I'm eating breakfast. Okay. Well, I hate that freaking light thing. It's so annoying. See how it shoots? It's really annoying. Maybe if I go like that. Yeah, it was a little bit less. Okay. Well, so annoying. Can't get that stupid light thing out of there. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Go like this. Okay. So, um, yeah, I was wanting to talk about. I keep seeing all these videos on YouTube about Disney and Hollywood and the entertainment industry just going to hell in a handbasket. I try to write useful reviews when I see something, good. There have been a lot of great things too, but people don't talk about things that have been great. They always want to talk about, the messes, the gossip, the dirty laundry, the messes. They always want to talk about that because I guess it's just easier to see that. Whereas focusing on the good stuff is maybe not as easy to see. It's just like when someone says something bad about you, it's easier to remember someone saying something bad about you than someone saying something good about you. But there have been a lot of good things. Before I get to the bad stuff, let me just go back and say that there have been a lot of good things that have come out too. I have been privileged and fortunate to enjoy some of that. So let's not just, get all so negative and harp on all the bad things because there's always an equal measure of good and bad. And even if you don't see the videos praising the good stuff, that doesn't mean it's not being put out or it's not happening. But I want to talk about Disney because it hurts my heart every time I see another negative thing about Disney. And I've tried to sort of stay away from the conversation because I don't feel like I'm really that involved um, in its positive or negative um, going ons. But I've been a fan. I have been a fan my whole entire life of the Disney conglomeration, of the Disney company, the products, and the entertainment. Now I want to talk about my personal experience as a fan, my history as a fan, and see if that can offer any help at all to the fans or the company. And it's not just Disney. I'm going to make a joke here because, some people said, you have to be one way or another. And I said, no, sometimes it's okay to be on the fence about things. Like, I like Elvis and the Beatles. I like Disney and Warner Brothers. I like Busch Gardens and Universal Studios. Mm, so y- being on the fence just means that you don't want to settle for or. You want it to be more of an and. Okay? I like both my hands. It's not about or, it's about and. Well, anyway, so Disney. I hadn't even been to California or Florida when I first learned about Disney. I was a little kid, and I fell in love with Disney magic, Disney movies, with movies like The Rescuers and The Aristocats and Jungle Book. And those were, wonderful for as a child. I was, totally enamored. And then the magic, you know, I w- that's when my fanship began. Snow White, Cinderella. Yeah, those are, questionable as far as, what you're teaching women or your daughters or whatever. But regardless, it was all magical and it was very beautiful, beautiful music and and very entertaining. Quality, high quality animated movies. And we were not sitting there analyzing whether or not it was going to psychologically damage Cinderella. We weren't doing that. We were going, wow, look at the music, look at the beauty of the animation. That's what we were doing. We sat there and went, how did they do that? And then when we learned how they actually did it, that was even more impressive. Like, these are really, like, artists who are taking a lot of time to draw these beautiful pictures and put music with it. And then Fantasia came out, and we were just blown away, like, wow, you know? But, yeah, and Disney made millions of dollars, bought up a lot of land in California and in Florida, made these great theme parks. Well, he had a dream, right, to make these great, and he did. And what came? We had Disneyland and Disney World and MGM and Epcot Center. And I moved. I had gone to California and seen Disneyland, but I also got to see Knott's Berry Farm. It was like Busch Gardens, different kind of themes going on. I had been to Six Flags already, the Warner Brothers parks. But you're in the 80s, and in the 80s I was a teenager, and I could go to the mall, and I didn't have to go to Disney World because the Disney store was at the mall. I didn't have to go to Six Flags because Warner Brothers store was at the mall. They're gone. Do you have a Warner Brothers store or a Disney store at your mall? Why not? You know, and then in the 90s, as a Disney fan, I had an entire library of VHS tapes. Every time a movie was not in the vault, I grabbed a movie. Oh, Bambi's not in the vault? I got to have that movie. And I had a collection. That was like me being, a stock owner, having that movie collection. Now it's just rent it, throw it away, or watch it on cable. The Disney Channel exists now, so eventually it'll get on this channel or that channel. I don't have to buy crap. What happened to the beautiful lithographs? They don't have lithographs anymore to invest in because why? Because the art is not that great. You can't invest. I mean, there's no investment. There's nothing to say this is high art. I mean, a beautiful picture of whatever, a painting or whatever. There's no high art now. Just throw it in the computer. Let AI come up with a song. Let AI come up with, you know, a picture. There's no value in that. We don't know who to say thank you to. Say thank you to the robot. We already bought the computer. We already subscribed to cable. We already paid for our cell phone and cell phone service. There's no further investment. But that's not the only thing I want to say. I mean, I saw pictures on the internet. Now, whether these pictures were false or true, I don't know. But I saw pictures of abandoned amusement parks all over the place, not just in the States. There were some in Japan, there were some in other countries. Beautiful amusement parks with great roller coasters, like the ones that you see or go on at Busch Gardens or Universal, right? Amazing roller coasters. The engineering, technology, and architecture that goes into building a roller coaster is absolutely incredible. It is a very expensive and very tedious and difficult project to accomplish. And if it's done at any theme park and then you see 20 years later that the theme park's abandoned and rotting somewhere, doesn't that make you wonder, like, what happened to the value of that? Nobody respected all that work. Nobody respected the beauty of its creation. And this is why, I mean, as everybody's talking badly about Disney, the theme park or the art products, the movies and shows that come out, I don't think that it's you know unsavable or unredeemable, but you don't always have to get stuck in the same rut of doing the same thing. But if it's not broken, why fix it? That's not just a cliche. That's just common sense.